A pay equity stoush between nurses and the government has turned bitter. The nurses' organisation is now refusing to take an historic pay equity offer to its members for a vote. It's a U-turn from the union, which was facing a backlash from nurses. The health minister is not impressed and says there's no more cash on the table. It comes after backlash from the workforce that the new pay rates wouldn't be backdated to 2019, which nurses say was agreed to in earlier deals.
There are limits, and I have to say that in relation to this pay deal, there is no more funding to put into it.
And the nurses' organisation says it pulled out after taking legal advice.
The components that relate to backdating in that proposal from the DHBs are contrary to the Equal Pay Act.
Are now being asked to vote on taking the government to the Employment Relations Authority. Well, joining me now is Michaela Judson, an ICU nurse from Wellington. Michaela, you're about to head into work for the night shift. What's it like going into work while these pay negotiations drag on, actually for years now?
Yeah, it has been going on for a very long time. And I think, just going into work, the feeling is just quite, from amongst all the nurses, we're quite disappointed and angry, yeah.
And we've heard today that the Nurses Union have sent the latest offer to legal review. Why is that?
Yeah, so essentially, we were promised in 2019 we would be back paid the full amount of what we were owed from December 2019, and the offer put towards members essentially told us, no, we're not going to get that back pay that we were promised.
So that's a broken promise for that back pay by the government?
It is, and it's actually illegal, which is why we're seeking help in legal reviews for this.
And that back pay is vital, isn't it? What would it mean personally to you?
It means a lot, It's more than what I could save, in the years that I have been nursing. It's a huge amount to just miss out on. Some nurses are missing out on between $20,000 to $30,000, which is quite life-changing.
Well, Andrew Little has said today that there is no more money, that he's reached his limit. Do you believe that?
I don't believe that, no. I think, if you go back a few years looking into the interviews that he's done, he has said that we would be back paid until 2019 himself. So I think it's kind of unfair that he's going back on the statement. I think the money is there, yeah.
And Michaela, if you can't get that back pay, what are your options? Because we know, particularly ICU nurses, they're in short supply here in New Zealand.
I think it's definitely not going to retain a lot of New Zealand nurses. I think a lot of nurses are going to be going abroad, seeking better working conditions and better pay. And it's definitely not going to be encouraging the younger generation to become future nurses.
Well, we need our nurses here, Michaela, so we hope that we can get this one resolved. Michaela Judson, thank you.